Hello. It is I. It is stream time. I currently see a Jim. Hi, Jim. Let's see. Get myself centered in the camera. Jim, Isaiah, welcome. Hey, Missing Deck. Excellent. Glad to have you here. Always enjoy hosting a setter. Yeah, I thought I'd start with a Missing Deck puzzle. After that, I think I'm going to debut a Zeta math puzzle that he set this morning. That Isaiah says 3 years ago they were terrified to put their 2 cents in, and now they're not afraid to say anything, even if it's stupid. That's fantastic, Isaiah. Most of what you say is not stupid, and that is all any of us can hope for. We are glad to have you. All right. I know stream is at a weird time this week. For those of you not in the United States. But the US will catch up to everyone else this weekend. And then we'll all be back to normal time. But for now, I think we're an hour earlier. Something like that. All right. I'm feeling pretty mellow today. Hey, Nell. Nell has been a member for 40 months. Thank you for the 40 months, Nell. Get you a turbine dance. Thank you, Zach, and thank you so much, Nell. You are a very valued member of our community. All right. Well, thank you, Nell. And yes, to anyone, like the stream if you can. All right. So let's have a look at this puzzle. Standard Sudoku, standard Kropki, so digits separated by a black dot are, one of them is twice the other. Digits separated by a white dot are consecutive. And quadruples indicate that the digits in the quadruple appear in the surrounding 4 cells. So these are 1, 2, 6, 8. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 1, 2, 3, 8, and 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, I notice a few things. Hey, Jennifer, how are you doing today? I notice we have both 1 and 2 in this group of things. Let's look at this. This one has to be 6 or 8, so this is 3 or 4. So I guess this is 2, 3, or 4. Let's see if we get anything over here. Let's see. This is only 3 or 4, I see. And this is 3, 4, or 5. This could be 8 with a 4, 2 with a 4. Yeah, Nell points out that we get the same 1, 2 thing here. Let's see, this 3, 4. Well, this isn't 1. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is just actually a 1, 2, 8 triple. Let's see. People are pointing out there can't be an 8 here. So there is an 8 here, so there's no 8 here, so there is an 8 here. Welcome, Ambrose. Let's see, 1, 2, 8. So I guess we know this is 1, 2, 4, 8. Oh, I guess we know there's a 2 here. That's interesting. So no 2 here. And no 2 here. Yeah, Nicholas is pointing out this actually can't be 1 or 2. Yes, because this can't go next to 1 or 2 on a black dot. So this is actually a 1, 2 pair. So this is from 1, 2, 4. Yeah, this is a black dot digit that's not 1, 2, 3, or 4. So it's only 6 or 8. So this is 3 or 4. Let's see. What's lining up here? 2s and 4s? 2s and 4s. So there's a 2 and a 4 in these cells. Twos line up and 8s here. Right. Black dot digit that isn't 1, 2, 3, or 8. So this is 4 or 6. 4 would go with an 8. 6 would go with a 3. So this can't actually be a 1. Here, this could be a 1, not a 2, or a 3. 1 or 3 only. So this isn't 4 and it isn't 8. So this is 2 or 6. Oh, who said that? Todd said that. Uh, where do 5, 7, and 9 go in box 1? Well, they can't all go here because then we don't have a fill for this. So actually, we need one of 5, 7, 9. Outside of those cells. So it goes here. That's very cool. So that's a 5. And we get to do a 5 dance. Whee! Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Okay, so we get that's a 4 and that's an 8. 4 up here. Now 5 in row 3 goes here. Someone pointed out that these are actually a 1, 5, 7, 9 quad, which, yeah, I'm fine with that. Or could they have a 3 in them? No, they can't because one of these is 3. 1, 5, 7, 9. No 3 over here. Where does 3 go in box 1? It goes in one of these cells. So that looks over. Makes that a 4, that an 8, that a 6, that a 3. That's a 2, a 1, and a 4. That's a 6, a 1, and a 2. That's a 4, that's an 8. This is a 2, 3 pair, so that's a 1. That's a 3 and a 6. That's a 4, that's an 8, that's a 2. A 3 and a 2. Nell wants us to use Pistomethel, which I'm not going to. Let's see. This is a 3 or a 5 to go next to the 4. This can't actually be a 1 because it would need 2s on either side of it. Let's see. This is a black dot digit that's not any of these, so it's a 6. With a 3, this is a 2-8 pair. This is a 1, so that's a 2. I'll put that back. This is a 1 or a 3, but it's not a 1. That's a 5. That's an 8, so that's a 4. That's not a 4. It's a 1, 2 pair. That's not a 1. That's not a 5. This is a 7 or a 9. But it's not a 9 because that wouldn't have any value. So that's a 7, and that must be a 6. No 7 there. Left in the row are 1, 9, and 6. Well, this one can't be 6 or 9. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 8, that's 9, that's 6. 5, 7 pair, so that's 1. That's 2, that's 1, that's 2, that's 2, that's 1. See, left in this row are 5, 7, and the other thing. 3? No, not 3. 9. No 7 there, no 5 there. We get a chocolate teapot. Let's see. This is 5, 7, or 9. What's going on here? This is a black dot digit. It's not 1, 2, 3. Could be 4. With an 8 here. Can't be 6. Can't be 8. So it just is 4. So that's 8. That's a 7 or a 9. Counting to 9 is hard, Isaiah. Nicholas wants us to place 6 in column 7. It goes here, next to a 5 or a 7, giving us a pair in the row. A 4 in the row just goes here. Now 5 in the column, Nicholas points out, goes here, so that resolves all of this business. These are probably fixed. We can probably just mark now and it's done. Yep. Nice. Let's see, 7 and 9 and 3. 7, 9 pair, so that's a 5. That's a 3. That's a 7, 9, 7, 9, 6, 8, 9 and 5, 1 and 4, 7 and 6, 7 and 9. Gee, that was a delight from start to finish. Very cool break-in with not all of 5, 7, and 9 being able to go here. Okay, let's see. Zeta Math set something. Trying to remember what Zeta Math set. Oh, it was a J. Dyer deconstruction. It was a mini J. Dyer deconstruction. So it's a 9 by 9, but we place 6 2 by 3s in it with the digits 1 to 6. So this puzzle is brand new. You all are the first people to see it. Yes, Ambrose, either orientation. The orientation is not given. I should tell ZetaMath I'm doing this. 1 second. All right. Link. Link. Yeah, so these are let's see, standard killer cages. And yes, so this cage can only have 1 cell in it. So these are all out. That'll be a 1. So we can do a 1 dance right off the bat. Do 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 wee do 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 woo do 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 wah do 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 whoop. Yeah, this might just not end up getting published. So no matter what these 2 cells are in, this cell isn't in. This cell isn't in. Um, 12 cage needs 3 cells. Right. We only get the digits 1 to 6. So this has to be a whole new cage. So the shape of this one is to get both of these cells in. So the shape of this one is forced. So that cell is out. These cells are in. I suppose I could pop open a killer calculator. This 11 cage can only be 5, 6. Thank you, Ambrose. So these are 2, 3, 4. We're definitely going to need more digits in this 8 cage. But we can't have 2 more. So we need exactly 1 more digit in this 8 cage. Todd says this cage doesn't come here. Oh, right. This can't be in, or the whole cage would be filled. Okay, so why is the blue cage not in column 6? Because these would be, Because these would be 1, 2, 3, 4. These would be 5, 6, but this can't be small enough. That's cute. So these are, well, now I don't know that these aren't in, but I do know that these are how the blue cage finishes. And now this must be out. See, these are minimum 5, so this is maximum 3. Oh, and it needs a 1. So that's 1. These add to 7, so no 2. So that's a 2. So these add to 10. So they must be 4 and 6. So left in blue are 2, 3, and 5. Now this 6 cage needs a 1 or a 2 in it. And it's going to have to be in the top row. So some other cage makes it to the top of the puzzle. Oh, or a 6, shoot. In fact, this killer calculator is useless. Um, right. If this isn't in a cage, there's no way we can make these add to 10. So at least one of these is in a cage, but either way, this is in a cage. So that is in a cage, so that is in a cage. Nicholas points out that these can't actually sum to 8 because of the 5 and 6 gone. So this is in. So that comes out. Whoops. So this takes at least these cells. Yeah, now nothing can reach this. So these two just add to 8. So this is a 5 or a 6, and this is a 2 or a 3. Gray here. Yes, otherwise this whole cage would be filled. This 5 cage is definitely going to have 2 cells covered no matter what. So this so this is low. 2, 3, or 4. Now can this cage actually extend down here? I don't think it can. Because what would we put here? Nothing, right? So that means this is out, so all of these are out. Purple finishes here. We can't have a third cell in a 5 cage, so we don't, so this isn't here. This can't actually be 3. This is 2 or 4, meaning this is 1 or 3, but it's not 3. So this is a 1, and that's a 2, and that's a 3, and that's a 5. And these are a 4-6 pair. Sorry, I did that wrong. 1 and 4. Okay. This could be a single 6. Seems fine. Well, this cage can't have a 1 in it at all. It has to be a single 6. Is it can't be 1, 2, 3 because there's no 1. It's not 1, 5. And it's not 2, 4, because the 2 would have to go over here, so that would be the 4, but there's already a 4 in purple. So that's a 6, that's a 5, that's a 3, and that's a 2. Now this 6 cage is done. Let's see, this 6 cage needs a second cell. But only 1. Or no, could it be a So if this is 2 of 2, 3, 5, the last one also has to be 2, 3, 5, right? So that's a 2 there. This is a 3, 5 pair. Oh, unless this is 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we rule that out? 1 would go here. 4 would go here. Oh. Right, this can't actually... So, all right, so these are out because we have 6 digits in row 2. So these are out. So pink is oriented vertically, so it comes down. Uh, so, okay, so if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1. These are 2, 3, that's 4. So I've used 1 and 4 in pink. And we've used 2, 3 in blue. So this would be a 5. And now because this being a 5, uh, this would be broken. Oh, the other one's also broken? Well, I've just broken this one. So I don't think I need to go back and break this one. So these are out. This is also 2, 3, or 5, but it's not 2. That's 2. This is 3 or 5. Ah. But pink comes down here. So this has to be 1, 2, 3. So that's 3, that's 5, that's 3, that's 1, and that's 2. That's 4 and 3. That's gray. Yeah, 4, 6 left here. 5, 6 left in this row. Oh, but this just is a 6. That's a 5. That's a 4. That's a 6. This is a 6. That's a 5. This is a 2, so we need more in this cage. So this at least is part of a new uh, uh, region. No? Uh-oh, what did I do? I have 2 2s. Okay, so I only broke it a little bit. So this is actually a 4. So this is we still aren't done with our, we are done with this row. So we can just do math and say that, and so this is just going to finish this. And we know that this has to be a 2. Now we only get one more region past this. So I don't think we can fill any of these cells because we have to fill cells in both these cages. Oh yeah, this cell is just a 6. But I think my point stands about we can't actually fill any of these because we have to fill cells in both these cages. So we can't actually fill any of those or any of these. Let's see, can this be anything other than 4, 5? Don't think so, because 6 is gone. So this is, whoops, 4, 5, and we know the order. And this is a 1 and a 3, and we know the order. Oh yeah, if there's anything in column 6 in the 3 cage, then well, this one can't be a 1 or a 2, and I think that's the reason. So otherwise, I think we could have, but 1, 2, 3 are gone. That's the easy point. Uh, so, uh, so this cell is in. And this cell also can't be 1 or 2, so it can't be in. So this cell is in, and that defines this. These are out. This is a 3. These must be 1 and 4, and we know the order. 5 in this cage goes here. 2 goes here, and that's a 6. That was super smooth. Very nice. GG indeed. Hi there, Eric W. Uh, yeah, beautiful. So this is partly what Zeta did this morning. Yeah, you don't have the forced cells, you don't have forced orientation. This is actually really cute. Zeta also said a Sudoku this morning. All right, well, let me have a look. See what puzzles I've got over here. Um, hey, Afraid Not, welcome. Um, oh, let's have a look at these rules. It does say regions cannot touch orthogonally. Oops. I didn't catch that. How would you even do that? Is there room? I suppose there is. I'm gonna do this Renbon German Whispers puzzle. Der Hyperwürfel. By Luke der Luke. Hyperwürfel. 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 Yeah, words. German. I speak German. Who says I don't? Okay, so we've got black dots, we've got Renbon, where Renbon are a set of consecutive digits in any order. German Whispers, where adjacent digits differ by at least 5, and we have a couple of black dots and a white dot. Okay, so immediately I see that these are 2, 3, 4. That one's not 4. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, but not 6. Right, and this will be high, so this is low. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 in this row definitely goes in these cells. Yeah, this Renbon has to have a 7 and a 6 on it. So there's a 6 in one of these cells in particular. Which means there's a 6 in these cells. If it goes in either of these, it's going to eat up a 1. Yeah, these are from 6, 8, 9. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's cute. Todd points out this can't actually be 6 because you can't put a 5 on a German Whispers and it sees a 7. So this is actually a 1-6 pair. And this is 2, 5, or 7, I guess. So no 1 here. So in fact, that's not a 6. That's a 6. And we get to do a 6 dance. Okay. No 8 on the box 7 Renbon. Wait, why? Ah, yes, these ones. Place a 1 here. Oh, there's an 8 here. Point is Ambrose's point. So there's no 8 here, so it needs a 5 and a 4. Four goes up here. Now there's a 4 on this Renbon. So these are from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Definitely have a 4. Uh, ah. Okay, this black dot doesn't have a 1, and it's not 3, 6, so there is a 4 on it for sure. So these are from 2, 4, 8. That one's not the 8. Ah, that 4 looks over here, says one of these is 4. So these are from 3, 4, 5. That's not 5. This is 3 or 4, meaning this is 8 or 9 only. Nemafish points out there has to be a 5 here, so in box 1, no, 5 could go here. It can't be 1, 2, 3, 4 because of this pencil mark. The 5 could still go there. Let's see. 1 in box 7. 1 in box 7 is in one of these cells. And there can't be a 1 on this Renbon, or we'd have Sudoku problems. So, in fact, there's a 1 on this German Whisper. Oh, afraid not saying exactly the same thing. Right, there can't even be a 2 because of yeah. So yeah, 1 on this whisper. Oh, column 7. People, 2 is placed in box 9. That's true, but it's 2 is placed in column 7 is the thing. So that's a 2. No 2 here. So there is a 5 here. So 5 in box 7 is on the Renbon. Oh, which I guess we already knew it was. And 3, 4 do go here. This needs to be at least 7, but also at most 7. This can only be 1, 2, which we know the order of, points out Zeta Math. These are 5 and 6, and we know the order. That's now a 3. Let's see. That's a 6. That's a 1. That's not a 2. That's not a 1, so that's not a 6. This is now a 4, 5 pair, so that's 4. That's 5. That's 9. No 4 here, so that's a 4. No 4 there. Let's see. This is 3 or 7. I don't think we yet know which. Okay. So this is high. And it's not 6 or 8, so it's 7 or 9. Column 8 needs a 3. Good spot to Todd. This is a 1-9 pair, and this is whatever's left over, which is an 8. No 3, so this is just 4, 5, 6. This is 1 and 7. So that's a 3. This is 2 and 8. So no 2 there. So this is a 9 no matter what. That's a 7. So our 1 and our 7 and our 1. Let's see, no 8 there. This 1-9 pair looks up, points out Nicholas. So that's an 8. That's a 7. So that's a 2 and a 4. This is 8 by pencil mark. That's a 2. 2 in box 1 is placed. David asking why this was 1 and 9. But 9 definitely goes on here in the box, and 1 definitely goes on here in the column, so that was fine. No, it's fine, David. If it was wrong, I needed to know. Let's see. Let's pencil this column. It's missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's missing a 6 and a 6 and a 9. And this is a 5 and a 7. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 9. Man, there are lots of numbers to get through. This is a pair. Oh, it's a resolved pair. Todd points out this needs an 8 on it. That can't be a 4. That places 8 in this box. How are we doing on 8s? Could be better. Hi, Ziad. We finish. Actually, that's just a 3. That's a 4, and that's a 5. That's a 7. So that's a 5, and that's a 7. Column 2 is missing a 5, I think. This needs a high on it, points out Nicholas. It has to be an 8, and it has to go there, along with a 1. See, we know these are exactly 3, 5, and 6. Ziad. Ziad. Z-I-A-D? Ziad. Not Zion. It's like Xeon, but if you have a cold. Uh, 6, 9 pair. So that's a 1 or a 3. So we get a 1, 3 pair. So that's a 2. This 8 means that can't be a 4 anymore. Thank you to those who saw it. We just have 3, 6, 9 left in this row. That's not a 6. Actually, that is resolved. And once we write in this pair, what is this pair? I'm just going to have Mark do it. This is a 8, not an 8. Why am I so bad at this? It's a 4. So that's a 5 and a 4. That's a 6, 9 and 6, 6 and 9. That's a 3, that's a 5, that's a 6, a 1 and a 3, a 4 and a 5. Let's see what we get here. Chocolate teapot. All right, so what are our options for this white dot? This is either 1, 2, or nothing. So that's a 1, that's a 2, 9 and 1, 8 and 2. Let's see. This is resolved. This is now a 7. Let's see. This needs a high digit on it, and it can only be an 8 here. And this is a 3, and that left over is, hold, 9. Lovely. All right. Let's do this entropy mirror puzzle by Sudoku. With a bunch of additional random rules, but they're all standard. Let me give Sudoku a quick ping here. Uh-oh. There we go. There. Sudoku, where are you? Oops. Okay. It's normal constraints, white dots, black dots, German whispers, digits along an arrow sum to the digit in the arrow circle. And the diagonal gives us an entropy mirror. So let's see. We're gonna have low, medium, and high digits. So if this is a medium digit, then this is a medium digit. These are low digits, or no, they. 4 is a medium digit. Oh, but these match. Yeah, that doesn't. Hmm. But this business, uh, as David says, is pretty constrained by the mirror. So, whatever this is, like. Right. These can't be very far apart. Huh. How does this work out? So if these are the same entropy, what can this even be? So 3 with a 4 and a 6 works. 2 with a 3 and a... No, that doesn't work. Sorry. Um... So 4 here with a 3 and a 2. That works. What about 3 here with a 4 and a 6? Wait. So if this is 4, this would be 3 and 6. So this would be mid. But this would be 2 and that would be break. So this can't actually be 4. So this is a 2. Two with 4. Sorry, 2 with 3 and 4. Yeah. There has to be a better way to do this. But 2 works with 3 and 4 and then 5 and 6. I don't know. So this can't be 2. Oh, 3 and 4, not the same entropy. So 2 doesn't work. So that's just 3. With a 4, that's a 6. And these are 8 and 7. So what? Low, mid, high for our coloring. Right, and 5 and 9 are on the diagonal because they have no pairs. And 1 and 2 are the rest, so these are low. Yeah, I guess we have a 3 dance. Okay. Right. These can't be the same entropicity because that would put 4 of them in the box. So this has to be 1, 4, but we can't put 4 here because that would put a 6 and a 4 here. So that's actually a 4 and that's a 1. And this is low and that's low. It's 2 or 3. These are mid and that's high and that's high. That's 7 or 8. That's 7, 8, or 9. Let's see, these match to these. So these have to be low, mid, or mid, high, which means there's definitely a mid on here. So either this is 4, 9, or 6, 1. So yes, so these are 3, 4, or 6, 7, but this one can't be 3 or 4. So these are 6, 7. That's the 7, that's the 6. 6 is mid, so that's mid and is 4. That's high, and it's a 9. 5 is mid, 9 is high. So then we have what happens when we pair up German whispers with arrows. So let's see. These map to these, so they're not the same entropicity. So they've got to be a low and a mid adding to a high, right? Or so we can't, or could be, no, we can't go mid, low, mid. That doesn't work. So these are definitely a low and a mid. In which case, this is the mid. That's 4, 6, but it's not 6. So that's a 4. That's a 1. That's low. That's high. That's high. And is in fact a 9. Oh. Sorry. By 4, I'm... Okay. Let's think harder about this. Yeah. Okay, let's look at it here. So these two, not the same entropicity. Oh, but it could be high, low, high. Right, we don't actually need a mid in here. No, we do. D-Web points out, because if we have high, high, that puts 4 highs in the box. So in fact, what we need is mid, low, high. So mid, low, high. So that's a 6 with a 1. It's a 4 or a 5 with a 2 or a 3. Adding to 7 or 8. All right, and we probably just do high, low, high again. Because high, low, high does work here since they're not in the same box. So these are low for sure. That's a 2. So these are both high. there, that. These are both high. And the only way that works is that. That's an 8 now. So we have to maximize that. Let's see. Left in the box, we need a 2 and a 4. Oh, but we don't know what this is yet, so I'm not going to do that. But we do know this is a 7 or a 9. Okay. Now, what? Robon says this is limited. Not 1. Could be 2. It's not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 9. Oh, it just is 2. Yep, so these are 4, 7, 9. That's not the 9. That's not the 7. So I'll write that that's 5 or 6. Okay, it's got to be these whispers. The only place we can put mids on the whispers are on the ends. This can't be a mid, because this can't be 1 or 9. So if this is high, it can only be 7. Why can't it be high? Oh, 7 would need 1, 2. And this can't be 1 or 2. Okay. So this isn't high and it's not mid. So these are low. 1, 2, 3. These are high. So that's 8, 9. That's 7 or 8. These aren't mid, so they're low. Um, 1, 2, 3. That one's not a 1. These can be mid if they're both 6. Let's see. 7, 8. So this is a 6 or 9 only. Good point to afraid not is that these two lows look in here and make this low. So that's low. It's 2 or 3. 1, 2, 3, not 2. Good point. Let's see, one of these is an 8 by Sudoku. We need 2 more mids in here. Oh, where are we putting 4 in column 3? Oh, only here. That's very cool. So 4 goes here. So this is mid. So it's not 8. So that is a high 8. So that's high and it's a 7. Oh, 4 in box 8. 4 in box 8. So, so that's a mid 4. So that's a 7, that's a 9, that's a mid 4. Nicholas points out we have 4 and 5 in these cells. Actually, we know which one's the 4. So that is mid and is a 5. And this is going to, no, hang on. And one of these is a 5. So that's a 6 for sure. Let's see. Certainly can't be 3, yes. 1 in column 4. Yes. So that's a 2. So these can't be mid anymore. They're high. 9 and 7. So that's an 8 and a 2 there. That's a 7. That's a 9. 8 here. Let's see. ZetaMF is upstairs doing pencil puzzles for his invitation to puzzle stream. Nicholas says this is naked. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be 5. Not 6, 7, 8, or 9. So it is 5. It is mid. So that corresponds to that, which is also a 5. Oh. I did not reflect that. And this is an 8. So this is a 7. That's a 3. Two in the corner, points out Nicholas. That is a 9. So low and high go in here. 7 and 1. Let's see. We've got a low and a mid left in this column. Eight in row 8. Oh, row 8. Yeah, here, which reflects here. All right. Let's see. This is a 4 or a 6. I guess I could just mark the grid. Yes, we do get a 3 here, which reflects here. So that's a 2, that's a 1. Left in this is a 5, 6. So that's a 5, that's a 6. And let's mark. That is a naked 5. Reflects here. That's a mid 4. Reflects to a mid 5. Mid 6. reflects to mid 5. That's a low 3, high 9, low 3, low 3, 1, 2. These are mid. 6 and 4, that's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 1, that's a 2, that's a low 3, that is a low 3, and that's a 6. You're a little late, Nils, but good puzzle. Yeah. That was very enjoyable. I don't think I don't think I saw the really elegant way to do the beginning. But once we got there and then there was this business, yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Okay, I'm going to take a little break and I will be back in a few minutes with more puzzles, so stick around. right, I am back. Stretched my legs and hunted up this cute looking puzzle. Where it's between lines, but the between lines where the circles aren't are also region sum lines. And quadruples. So, um, let's see. These are 2, 5. Now, are 5, 6. Yeah, you can't actually put 5 or 6 in a circle here, can you? I don't think that works. Well, right, 5 doesn't work. Yeah, we do have a couple of things that line up. 6s line up here. So if we did put 6 in a circle, we'd have to put 1 in the corresponding circle down here. Nicholas pointing out that if we actually write in this, then there's no way we can put a 6 here. Let's see. Let's see. 6 doesn't work for this either because of this. There's nothing between 1 and 6 that can go here. So 1, 6, 7, 8. No 1 on the between line. So this sum is between 13 and 15. So yeah, so this is a 2-9 pair. So this is a 5-6 pair. So yeah, so 5 isn't far enough away from 2. And it's not far enough away from 9. Yeah, these can't be 5s. Yeah, 6 is here and here, so we get a 6 here. Points out, afraid not. Hmm. Okay. Huh. There's no 7, 8 here, which means at least one of 7, 8 is going to have to go on this line, which means one of the ends has to be an 8 or a 9. Ah, yeah. Good point to Todd is that 9 has to be in one of these circles, uh, because 9 is in one of these, or one of these circles is 2, and it better have something far away from it. So 9 is in one of these, no 9s here. Eckbert says there's no 5, 6 in this cell, which I uh I'm not sure I understand. Um Hey David, how are you doing today? This is kind of a slippery one. This is the line that we have the closest handle on the sum of. It can only be 13, 14, or 15. Nicholas points out that if one of these is a 3, then the minimum we can make these is 15, but the maximum we can make these is 15. Uh, Oh, that's a okay. That's yeah, that's a little tough to see, but yeah, 4, 5, 6 here means that's a 4 or a 6, and now we can't get big enough, so that's not a 3. Um, right. This would also have to be 4, 5, 6, but it doesn't have a 6. And actually, we get that here too. So if this is a 3, then the minimum of this is 4, 5, 7, and we're too big. So actually, uh, uh, so actually we get a 1, 9 pair. So this is a 3, 5 pair. Teamwork. Yeah, at least one of these is a 7 or 8. Welcome, Mehdi. Mehdi wants us to place this cell in row 8. Ah, it goes here. That's very nice. So I'm going to color those. Oh, and then box 6. Ah, yep, not on a line, so only here. And let's see. It could be this. It's one of these, but it could be this. Yeah, this one can still be 1 is the problem. Um, Now, if green is 9, then this is certainly green. And if green is 1, then this is green. Todd says if green is 1, we have a problem in box 2. That's true. I like it. I like that a lot. Because if green is 1, then it places it here. And now where do we place it in box 2? Not in this row, not on a line, and not opposite another green. So green can't be 1. Green is 9. We can ungreen. So that's 2 and that's 9. That's 1. And we get a 9 dance. Okay, that was neat. Yes, as David says, teamwork. Okay, so now this has to be low. Oh, ooh, this could be a 6. If this couldn't be a 6, that would be super interesting. Oh, 9 in row 2, excellent, goes here. Which means this has to be a 9. Oh, and now we have a triple, so that's a 1. Yeah, 9 joins these 6s, but I don't really want to mark that. Doesn't tell us anything we don't already know. Okay, now we have no trouble putting 7 8s on this line. One in box 6. 1 in box 6 is up here. I like it. 1 in box 6 is here, so 1 in box 3 is here, so 1 in box 2 is exactly there. Let's see. Now this is the only place for a 4. Very good. Oh, and we get the same thing here. So many 1 9 between lines. It's is my only complaint about this puzzle. Right, now the 5 6 quad comes into play. That is very cool. So that's a 5 and that's a 6. Afraid Not says we can't make this sum to 13. 3, 4, 6 is the only way to make 13. Yeah. Okay, so this is bigger than 13. No, it's not yes, it's bigger than 13. Which does mean we need an 8 in these cells. But if we don't have a 3, then these are min 4, 5, 7, which is too big. So we definitely have a 3 for what that's worth. Why couldn't it be 3, 5, 7? Three, 7, 8's way too big. So remember, our maximum is 15. We do have a 5 here. So it's 3, 5 with a 7 or 8. Oh, wait, 3, 5, 8 is too big. So it just is 3, 5, 7. Which means our sum is 15, and it goes like that. This is a naked 4. These do see all odd digits, so Ambrose points out. So our sum is even. Yeah, 2 and 4 not possible. And anything involving a 6. So it's 10 or 12. Always an H, sure. Okay. Um, I figured out what you meant, AFK. Yeah. So AFK has figured out our options. These are 4, 8, in which case we know the order, or 3, 7. These are from 2, 4, 8. Okay. Um, I'm not sure I'm prepared to argue that. Afraid not. Let's see. Oh no, it is true for a gross reason. Okay, that's less gross than what I was thinking of. Yeah. So if this is 4, 8, that's 7. Otherwise, this is 3, 7. So that's never a 7. So one of these is 7. Which, sure. Um, yeah, it's not the greatest thing of all time. Okay. So either this has a 4 on it, or it's also 15. Otherwise, it's 11 or 12. 11, 12, 15. Oh, 8 in box 3? Yeah. I like that. That's a 178 triple. That's not 7. That's not a 1. Does that make this known? Wait, is that really? So we forced 1 up here, we forced 8 up here, and we just forced... Yeah, okay. So this is just a 3. That's 2 or 4 only. So a 3 joins the 1 down here for a 1-3 pair. Ah, 2, 5. So this has both 2 and 5 on it. I think Zeta would argue that the pair emoji couldn't possibly be used to indicate a pair because they're not spelled the same. Okay, so this is 2, 5 with what? Right, so the sum is not 12. So 4, 8 is out. If it was 15, it would be... So this is 2, 5 with either an 8 for 15 or a 4. Uh, oh, I didn't say I wasn't on your side, afraid not. I was just, all right, so, yeah. This is definitely 2, 5 with a 4 or an 8. So there isn't both a 4 and an 8 in these cells, which means this can't be 7. And we have a 4, 8 virtual pair in these 5 cells, so that's not 8. Yeah, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Ah, so that's just a 1. I see. Well, that was so we said 4 8 was impossible. All right, that looks like it adds up. 3 7 needs to go with a 2 8 here. So that's a 4. We just know what these are now. They're 1 6, 6 not here, and what's the last digit? 7, not 7. 8. Uh, Ambrose says there's only one way we can do this. We could do it as 2 3 6. Is there any other way? So that's a 5 and that's a 3. See you, afraid not. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, we can pencil this. That's fine. Uh, this is 4, 6, and 9. There has to be a 3 on here. So we got a 3 5 pair here, and we know the order. And then this is whatever's left over. 4, not 4. 2. Okay, then we should be able to figure out what this is. I'm just going to mark these. This needs to be 15, 3, 4, and 8. Looks right. So that's a 6. What haven't we put here? A 7. And what's left in this box? 2 8 pair. That's 4. Ah, which means we get this automatically, and our sum is now 9. So how are we making 9 up here? Not 4 5, not 2 7, not 3 6. So it better be a not. Wait. Oh no, it is. I don't know why I said it wasn't 4 5. It's definitely 4 5. flat out 7, 8, 9 triple. We have this 3, 8. Ah, 7, 8. That'll do. Now 8 on this quad can only go here. That's a 2. One of these is a 3 for sure, so that's an 8. Come right in this triple. Naked 6 here. One of these is a 6. That's a 2, 3, 4. So naked 3. Seven and 3. 5 and 4. 1 and 5. Three, 7 pair, so that's a 5. Now I'll let Mark take us out here. There we go. GG. That was very cute, but I always have to dock between lines puzzles some points when there are a bunch of 1, 9 between lines. It was 3, 1, 9 between lines and a 2, 9 between lines. So, I mean, not that it wasn't fun figuring out that it had to be those, but still, it's a little disappointing. It feels like you figure it out and there's no reward for figuring it out because it tells you basically nothing. So yeah, points off for that, but really fun puzzle overall. All right. Let's see what else we've got going on here. See ya, Ambrose. Let's see. What's this puzzle? Okay, let's do this ambiguity puzzle by Chinstrap. It's called Two Truths and a Truth. That's a lot of solves. I bet this has been on CTC. for each set of 3 lines that are the same color, 2 of them are index lines and 1 is a thermo. And no line can be both. Though, amusingly, if something is an index line and a thermo, it would just be all cells would have to self-index. Let me get a link here. Is everybody familiar with index lines, or should I go over it? Okay. So, what do we know? So on a thermo, digits increase from the bulb to the tip. On an index line, a digit in a cell says if position 1 is a 4, then position 4 is a 1. And index lines are always 1 to n renban, where the length, where n is the length of the index line. So Nicholas, right, 9 in row 9 can only go on a thermo. So this is actually a thermo, and these are index lines. It's good to know. How will I? I'll put a circle on the head of a thermo. Maybe it. No, I liked green better. I'll put a circle on the head of a thermo and an X on the head of a index line, I guess. So these are index lines. Which does mean one of these is 9 and one of these is 9. Oh yeah, none of these is 8 long either. So that has to be an 8. 7 could go in one of these cells because this line is 7 long. It's true. we know these are 7, 8, 9, and this is an 8, 9 pair. So 7 in box 7 is on the thermo, so it is here. Good point to Nicholas. So yeah, we do have roping in this bottom area. Seven in row 8. It can only go here, I do believe. Which makes that a 4. Nice. Yeah, Todd and Mehdi. If this is an index line, then the Audis are 7, 8, 9, and that breaks. So this is a thermo. These are index lines. Right, because 4 is down here, Nicholas is saying this is only 1, 2, 3. That's true. Yeah, our box 6 Audis can be anything, but now 9 in row 3 goes here. So this is 8 long? Yeah. So 9 in row 3 does go here. Same is not true for 8. We have a right. We have a big virtual Zach wing on 9s. 9's a line in boxes 3 and 6. So these aren't 9. This is 9. Or I guess you could just as easily have asked where 9 goes in column 9. On the thermo, right, 7s and 8s in column 9. not on a short index line. They're not 9, not here on a thermo. So they definitely go here. So yeah, I guess that's true. These are either self-indexing or indexed by, or I guess they index each other, or they're indexed by the 6. That's an easier way of putting it, David. Much more straightforward than what I said. Ah, in fact, Todd has a great point. Is this has to be a 7 or an 8? Because we have to put 7, 8, and 9 in. Well, we have to put 7 and 8 in row 3. Only one of them can go over here. And so this has to be the other one. So that's a 7 or an 8 only. So I'm going to take off. Whoops. And these are from 7, 8, 9. I might as well write. That's not the 7. That's not the 8. Yeah. I don't think I'm supposed to good lift this thermo, but maybe I am. Sure. Wait. No 6. So that can't be a 5. So that, okay, I see why that happened. So 1 still has 2 places in the column. Oh yeah, this can't be 7. Todd is saying this can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that cause a problem in box 9? Sure, one of these is 6, so this is 2, 3, or 5. I definitely buy that. Ah, whatever this is on the thermo. There we go. So yeah, that's not 6. I still don't see why 1 can't self-index here. Why doesn't it still have 2 options? I don't understand the point. Um, Mehdi says this little short line can't be an index line, which would be very good to know. If it's an index line, it's 1, 2 in some order. You're not stupid, David. Be respectful to yourself. If this is 1, 2, well, we do have to put 1, 2. That's right. If this is 1, 2, we have to put 1, 2 on this line, and they could only go here. But that would make this a 1 or a 2, but you need... But then this would... Okay, if this were 1, 2 as an index line, that would make these 1, 2. This would be a 1, 2, so this couldn't be an index line. It would be a thermo. So in that instance, this would have to be an index line. Oh, it just can't be. By the rules. Thank you, Laura. We don't even have to think about this. Oh, no, we do, because it could go 2, 1. So we do have to think about this. Yeah. So Mehdi is saying, if this is an index line, then this is definitely a thermo, which is true. But Mehdi is also saying this is a thermo, and I don't understand why. See, I agree. But why couldn't that 1, 2 go here? Oh. Because then this would also be a 1, 2, and we'd have 3 1, 2s in the column? That's gross. I think that's probably not the intended deduction. Okay, that's a better... Eckbert has a much better thing of it, is that we have to put 8 and 9 in column 4. Well, they can't go on a short index line. They can't go on a short index line. They can't go here, whether this is an index line or a thermo. Only one of them can go here, so the other one goes on here, meaning this has to be a thermo. That's much easier. Good spot to Eckbert. I think that is probably the intended deduction. Yeah. These are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 9. But this is 6, 7, or 8. So it's only 6. And that is a 3. 3 now on the big index line can only go here, which means that's a 1. That's cool. Which means this is 2. So we get to do all of that. We have to put the other 7, 8 in column 3. Ooh, and it goes there. Good spot to Mehdi. Column 9 still needs a 1, points out Nicholas, and now we know it goes here. So no 1 there. I think Eckford is saying these are a 6, 7, 8, 9 quad. These are 2, 4, and 5. That's not 4. Oh, let's see, that's not 2. So this is 4 or 5, so one of these is a 1. That's not 7. Nicholas is suggesting Sudoku on 1s. 1 is placed in one of these cells. So that's a 5 or a 6, and now 1 is placed exactly there. So that's not a 1, so that's not a 5. Okay. This is only 4 or 5 because one of these is 4. I don't understand what people are saying. Are people behind? I'm not sure. Am I? Okay, people are saying this can't be a 2. Oh, it can't be. Ah, perfect. Uh, so this is a 1-2 pair. This is a 4-5 pair. Different row 5, column 4. Okay. This is a 2. Right, this can't be a 2. So one of these is a 1, so this is a 1. 4-5 pairs, so these index themselves or each other, which means that can't be a 5. Let's see. Okay, is everybody behind or is my chat lagging? Because uh, people keep saying things from a bit ago. Let's see, 2 could self-index here. Okay. 3 in box 8. So this is either a 3 or a 5. Sudoku in a Sudoku puzzle. So, yeah, so 2 only goes on one of these. Oh, 4-5 pair looking down, so 3 self-indexes. Let's see, the other 1-2 in column 4. This has to go here. So one of these is a 5. Okay. Yes, this is 4, 5, 6, because 3 is in this row. I guess 2 self-indexes in one of these lines. It's very distracting because I can hear exactly what Zetamath is saying in his video upstairs. I think my microphone is probably good enough that you folks can't hear it, but I can absolutely hear everything he's saying. Row 8, column 8. It's 5 or 6. Yeah, it self-indexes. Right, this 5. Yep, this is 5 or 6, so we get a pair. So that's 4, that's 5. So that's 4, that's 3, that's 5, that's 6. That's a self-indexing 2. 4, 5, 3. Let's see, that's not 7 anymore. 7, 8 pair, so that's a 9. Let's see. What's left in column 8? We need a 1 and a 3. And this is also a pair of 2 and 9. This is, wait, this is 7, 8, and 6. Oh, and 2, 4 left in this row, and we know the order. So this is actually a 1, 2 pair. So this is a 5, 6 pair down here. Let's see, should do some cleanup here. So this is 1, 2, 3. So that's not a 1. 2, 3, 5. So that's not a 3. Five. Okay, that's all cleaned up. 2 got placed here at some point. So that's fine. Oh, but 3 on this line is just forced to self-index. Let's see, 9 in box 4 goes here. So we get a 9 here. It's 8 and 9 there. Let's see, we have 1, 4, 5. Oh, that's an 8, 7, 9. That's an 8. Okay, that can't be a 4, so that can't be a 5. 7 here, 6 here. 8 here, 7. So that's a 6, and that's an 8. 8 and 7. Let's see. This is 4 or 5 only, so that's not a 4. Let's see. We don't have a lot left in this column. It's 6, 8, and what's the last thing that we have left? 9? That's not an 8. That's not a 6. Oh. But that's not a 9. So that is a 6. So that's an 8. That's a 9. 2 and 9. See, no 2 there. So that's a 1-5 pair. So that's now a self-indexing 4. That's a 3. So that's a 5. That's a 1, and that's a 2. That's a self-indexing 5. That's a 1. That's a 4. That's a 5. That's a 1. That's a 2. That's a 4. That's a 2. That's a 1. So that's a 5 and a 6. 7 and 6. And that is going to do it for this puzzle. Very nice. Good ambiguity puzzle there. All right. Well, let's do another one. Let me see what we've got. Looking through the bucket. Let's see, what's this? Sure. This has simple rules. It's normal Sudoku rules apply. Every cage has the same sum. See, is Michael Lefkowitz 99% sneaky? I think so. I never quite remember. Juggler. Thank you. Thanks, Damien. Yeah. Every cage has the same sum. Now, it doesn't say digits can't repeat in a cage. So, what leaps out at us? Are there any particularly crowded? There's this. So these sum to an even number. So this is an odd number, at least. And this got to be a multiple of 4. So this is just 1, 5, or 9, right? These can't be 3 or 7. And yeah, the sum is 9, 10, or 11. Hmm. Where do we bite into this? I mean, this is obviously... It's like the only ordered part of the grid, and then everything else seems such chaos. Mehdi says the sum can't be 9. Can't be 9. Let's see. Uh, this cell, right, in row 6, it's placed here, since it can't be part of a domino, and placed here. Um, oh, right. Just can't be part of a domino. We didn't say anything about... So if it's 9, right. If the sum is 9, 9 never goes in a cage, and then one of these is 9, and that's 9, and now you can't put 9 in box 9. So the sum is not 9. Which means this isn't a 9. So the sum is 10 or the sum is 11. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Missing Deck is doing some useful things. So this is 4 different ways of adding to our total. But let's color them in row 6 instead. So this has to be green. So, right. So these are not purple and not green, since they each see a purple and a green. So they are blue and pink. So this cell sees blue, pink, and green. So it's purple, is what Afraid Not is saying. So this is not purple, it's pink. And this is purple. And now this, oh, it could be blue. I mean, it's not blue by uniqueness, but oh, but it's going to see, no, it's going to see a blue over here. Uh, yeah, it's going to see a digit of blue over here. I'm going to mark that these are blue and pink. That'll help. So this is green. Ah, perfect. Thank you, Afraid Not. By the way, I thought you had to go. Not, I mean, I'm happy to have you here. Okay. Yes, so this one's blue. Uh, so let's see. So these aren't green and they're not pink. Uh, so they're purple and blue. I think somebody said that. This one isn't green, pink, or blue, so it's purple. This one now has to be green. Let's see. Right. This one sees pink. This one sees green and purple. So they're blue. So that's purple and that's blue. Let's see. This sees... We only have one domino left. But it could be green or blue. Or... No. Or pink? I don't know. Let's see. Afraid Not says this is placed in box 1. This in box 4 is definitely here. Very nice, yes. Yes, we may need subcolor domino parts. We could... Right, we can't have both pinks in here, so this is a pink. Let's see, this in box 4... yeah, we can't have both pinks in here, so this is a pink. Which means this is a pink and a 1-5. Can give our 1-5s a color as well. They can be yellow. So this is a pink and a yellow. Not purple, not green, not pink, not 1-5. Okay, so this is blue. And so the last blue in the box is here. And so that's purple. That's purple. Second purple in box 9. Yes, it goes there. This is a green and a yellow. We need a green in column 5. We'll subcolor these if we need to, which we may need to. Green in column 1. Now yellow in box 7. So that resolves that. See, that's going to be a pink. That's also going to be a pink. And that is a green. Let's see. The other blue in box 4 is here. And that's the other green. This is now a pink. This is a purple and a yellow. Now, do we need to subcolor at this point? Hmm. Yeah, not green, not purple, not blue. So it is pink or yellow, I agree. Up here, sees 2 purple, 2 green, 2 pink, and 2 blues, so it's yellow. Nice, Laura. So that's not yellow, that's pink. So yellow must go here. So that's not yellow, that's yellow. Uh, Yellow in box 2. The rules don't actually specify that digits can't repeat in a cage, is the problem. Ah, okay, so that yellow. So now this is yellow. last domino, not pink, not purple, not blue. So it is green. What's left in... If yellow is 5... Okay. If yellow is 5, the cage sum is 10, but then this already adds to too much, so yellow has to be 1. So yellow is 1. Which means the cage sum is 11. So that's a 9. We need to figure out what color it is. Sure, we can do a digit dance. Did all the ones in the puzzle, immediately. Do 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 do. Boo! Do 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 do. Boo! Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boo! Laura, I had a feeling the sum was 11 thanks to the 11-letter title. I like it. So this is a green or a purple, I guess. These are both green or purple. Ah, but that one's not green. So that is purple. That's green. So 9 is green. So these are all 2 9s. That's a 2. Okay. Now these two add 10. These two add to 10. Oh, did I not? That's all of them? Oh, final 2. All right, and now... All right, that's an 8. So, what color is 8? Ah, we can finish this row. See, 8 isn't green. It's not purple. It's blue or pink. So yeah, so that makes a 3-8 pair here. And then 8 has to go in one of these. Uh, 8 box 1. Right, 8 can't go in the cage with the 1. Otherwise, it'd need a 2 as well. So 8 is actually blue. Nice, Eckbert. So that's blue. 8 is blue. So blues are 3, 8. We can't have 1, 8 here, so that's a 3. This digit is now 7. So pinks are 4, 7. And purples are whatever's left. 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5, 6. And let's see. So this is 6 or 7. This needs to be a 6 and a 4. And now we finish up. Mark finish, but we need to finish our coloring. Let's see, 3s are blue. 4s are pink. 3s are blue. That's not blue. 7s are pink. And 6s are purple. No, I messed it up. No, it's not a DD dude. It's a purple. GG. Really enjoyed that one. Yes. All right. Well, that is where we're going to wrap up stream for today. Yes. Juggler says sorry for the long rule set. I enjoyed the sneaky omitting digits can't repeat in a cage. That was very fun. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. We will have more puzzles going up. We'll have another puzzle going up tomorrow morning on the channel in our Invitation to Puzzle series. ZetaMath is recording more as we speak. And we've got our Let's Plays going on, and ZetaMath will be back on stream on Sunday. And then a week from Sunday, we're taking part in the SudokuCon 24-hour stream. So we're going to do that. So our stream time might be a little different that Sunday, but we're going to figure it out. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me. Thanks for liking the stream. Thanks for subscribing. And a special thanks to all of you who contribute to the stream financially. We could not do what we do without you. So thank you all. Have a Have a wonderful day or night or whatever it is for you. And we will see you soon on the channel. All right. Thanks for watching and bye for now.
Thank you.